signed up for what might be the most ambitious reading challenge I've ever attempted. Welcome back to Rebecca's Writings and Ramblings. I'm Rebecca. I'm a writer, and I talk about writing and other random things, and sometimes not so random. Today we're going to be talking about books, specifically that reading challenge that I signed up for. So the challenge in question is called, I believe you pronounce it HRCYED, which is the hardest reading challenge you'll ever do, and this is version 2.0. It was created by Stephanie at QWordE. I will link her channel and the 2.0 announcement down below. And this challenge is designed to push you out of your comfort zone, to get you reading things that you haven't read before, that you want to like reading authors or genres or just topics, whatever, that you don't normally read. Now, it is a big challenge with a lot of quantity, but it's not about quantity. She says outright she doesn't expect you to finish the challenge. That's how crazy it is. It's more about just pushing your reading boundaries and challenging yourself to read more and differently. So, why I decided to do this, I write across genres. So why don't I read across them as well? Well, I do. But lately, I've been in kind of a reading rut. Rereading the same books that I've been enjoying for 10 plus years, or just sticking to my, core group of authors that I read and not really branching out very much. So, decided to do this challenge as a way to push myself, because I can't write all the genres I want to write if I'm not consuming stuff in those genres. Well, I mean, I can, but it probably won't be as good. And I want to discover new authors and their perspectives and their styles, and just generally, I want to study more authors. And I want to challenge myself to pick up things that I probably wouldn't pick up otherwise. Yeah, I've already started listing out, the books I want to read for this challenge. And there's some stuff on there that I'm like, do I really want to read this? Yeah, actually, I've been wanting to read it for a while, but it just never fit in. So, what should you expect from this challenge? Because it is going to change my posting lineup a little bit. I will be doing wrap-up videos at the end of every month where I talk about what books I read and how I liked them, where they fit in the challenge. I'll also, I think I'm going to do a TBR wheel where I spin what I'm going to read the next month, and so those videos will, those month-end videos will be wrapping up what I read the previous month and planning what I'm reading the following month. So yeah, I'm going to be sharing what I read, what I loved, what I didn't love so much, and maybe why what I didn't love actually might help me as a writer, and might help you as a writer if you're also a writer. You also just, if you're a reader, you get somebody else's opinions of books that you might be thinking of reading yourself. And I am starting this month. I did start in July. Specifically, I started July 10th. Yes, 10th. And the challenge is a year, so that means that July 9th of 2026 will be my last day to do this challenge. So we'll see if I can actually get it done. If you go check out the site, or literally anybody else's videos, they go through this gorgeous spreadsheet, which I could do, but I'm like, everybody does that, and I'll probably go through it, when I'm doing my wrap-ups, be like, this book that I read counted for this prompt. Here's how I'm doing on this prompt. yeah, there's 25 prompts as a bingo board, and the idea is to get blackout. But personally, I'm considering it a win if I get a bingo. Even though, like I said, I've planned a lot of books that I want to read for this. There are 200, well, every spot has a certain number of books you read based on the theme, and a couple of them are like choose your own. And I made things really hard on myself because one of the choose your own, which is a choose one of last year's prompts, was read a book with a A to Z in the title. And so I added 26 prompts for myself. I could have taken something shorter and just had to read like 2 books, but I'm like, nah, that A to Z thing sounds fun. So there are a total of 217 prompts on my bingo board. Or 217 individual, like, things I need to read for it. And you can double up on things, or triple up in some circumstances. So yeah, at minimum, if I were to double up on everything, I would need to read a total of 107 books. Now, since I started a week ago, I've read 3. So, I don't know, maybe actually reading all of these books is possible. Definitely not probable, though. But, we'll see. So, let's talk about a couple of prompts that I'm really excited about. And if I'm looking this way, I'm looking at the spreadsheet to see, like, what are the things I'm actually most excited about. I think one of the ones I'm most excited about is actually the new release challenge, which is pretty simple. You read a new release every month. Why am I excited about this? Because generally when new books come out, I don't read them till 6 months or a year later, because that's how long the waiting list is at the library. With this challenge, you're challenged to read them within 60 days of their release. Excuse me. So either I'm gonna have to get on getting on the library list sooner, or I'm gonna have to just buy them. We'll see what happens. I've got what books are coming out for the rest of this year that I want to read. A couple of them require me to get caught up in a series before I can read the new one that comes out. So, yeah, I really gotta get on this soon. Although the one with the most books to read before it is not coming out till December, so I got time. And I'll talk about in a different video what books I'm planning to read for specifically, what specific books I'm planning to read for certain prompts. I think the other one that I'm really excited about is all the adaptations one, because I've heard of a lot of these adaptations, but I've never actually experienced them. And for this one, this is the one that you don't have to read for. You could either read the source material, or read the adaptation, or watch the adaptation, or listen to the adaptation, whatever it is. It's Modern Retelling, which is a book. It's the only one that's like specifically a book. The musical, graphic novel, I guess that is technically also a book. Play, TV show, web series, animation, and movie. I'm gonna have to figure out what my graphic novel is, because I realized that The Sandman was a graphic novel turned into a movie, not a book turned into a graphic novel. Oops. But yeah, I'm really familiar with a lot of the adaptations, but not so much the original material. So I'm curious to read some of the original materials for these works, or to experience the adaptation for some that I haven't gotten to. For instance, Hadestown. I've heard it's an amazing musical. And it's based on, of course, Greek myth, so Greek mythology is the place that adapted from. But anyway, I'm really excited to listen to that, maybe watch it. I think it is actually coming to my area early next year, so maybe I'll go see it. We'll see. Let's see. Trying to get back to my bingo board so I can see if there's anything else that really I think there's one that makes me not necessarily nervous, but one that I'm like a little uncertain about. It's called Award Season, where you have to read 7 books that are winners, finalists, semifinalists, or entrants in an award, for an award. And I don't know, I've found in the past when I've read books that are highly awarded, they're kind of pretentious. At least the ones I was reading at the time. So I'm a little bit nervous about having to read those kind of books. But hopefully they will pleasantly surprise me and be some of my favorites. We'll see. But yeah, that's me rambling about this. I think that's long enough ramble. Are you gonna do any reading challenges this year? Would you like to join me in this insane challenge? You can start anytime. It's just limited to 1 year. The official challenge, I think, started July 7th, but again, you can start whenever. Also, let me know in the comments what you're reading right now. I could always use some new recommendations. My first monthly wrap-up will be coming in about 2 weeks, the last couple days of July. Why is my calendar still May? That's not helpful. My wall calendar's still on May, so I'm like, what day is it coming out on? I don't know. Yeah, there will be a mix of reading and writing content going forward. I might do some read-along vlogs instead of my regular writing content. I will still do writing content. It's not fully switching over to just bookish content, but I kind of want to balance the two out a little more. I want to embrace my reader side a little more going forward. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week with a new writing video. Bye!